Right, so we're going to just keep going with those train stations underneath today, and also the stairways and the catwalks, getting those all hooked up. I think we'll start with the train stations because I was in a bit of a groove in the last episode, so I want to just keep humming along at that. I know how to do it pretty quickly now, so let's just make it happen. Yeah. Use this over here. This is going to look really good soon. Gotta get all this tidied up. So we did all this yesterday with this one here, and all of this raised properly with the barriers and all that. Now we're going to continue with these ones. We'll do the train station first, I think. The elevator is a sweet touch to the game. Yeah, I really like it. It's definitely added a new dynamic. Let's change to... I wouldn't use it if it didn't have the power delivery. The power delivery really makes it. Oops. Didn't work out. That wasn't right. Wow, I'm really doing some misclicks today. There we go. That one there, but if we go there, that's... What if I do that one there? I'm going to have to do it there, I reckon. Get rid of this. Redo this. There it is. And then we can then have... I wonder... No, we'll have to do that again here in the corner. Wow. Mustn't be warmed up yet. So I reckon maybe there. I've just realised something too. Speeds this up for me. Probably go to there. And then I reckon that's too far. Oh, no. That's it. And then probably let's have a look how I did the other one. That is, that corner is like there. Yeah, there. Okay, so if that was there, and I'll just have to come back a bit. Oh no. Perfect. Nice. This one here. It's just, yep. Rightio. Right, it's a bit sharp, isn't it? this side. That's it. The other side I can't really corner in because of the way that works, but that doesn't matter because it would be, yeah, it's hidden, which is fine. Okay, so that's that piece done. Let's do this bit. Can't do it down there. Here with this one too. Right, it's good. Remembering how I did all this, there's not one there because of how it is. Right, and then we need the pillars. Alright, I've just had an idea. And I've just got to open another browser. I don't like how it has the currently building small concrete pillar right in the middle of what you're trying to build. So I'm just going to make a note of that to see if there's an available mod for when I do a mod playthrough. So move currently building message from middle of screen. Sweet. I'll go over here and do the next ones. There's a lot that kind of won't get done because there'll be one here. And these ones. Right, now we've got these ones. So we'll start over here. I got it the other day. Oh, I think it's these other blueprints it's trying to snap to. That makes sense. So that's the next one. there. And then that, and that can go. So now it should snap. There we go. It's definitely interacting with some other blueprints here at the moment. Oh, that's not. Oh, nighttime started. Nice. No. Let's do this. Yeah, we'll just do that. And this will come up to here and probably be the end of what we need. Sweet, because they don't fit around under there. And I just need to backtrack it this way and this way. Perfect. And then, well, we don't need these here, that's for sure. Starting to look nice. Now, I'm going to put where are we? Logistics. Catwalks. Something connecting them there. Now that train station over there is a bit out of the way, so don't think we're going to do a catwalk, but we could do a catwalk down to the ground. Like that, and we do another one over here somewhere. You could probably do one. That looks pretty good. Does that... I think that detracts from the corner though. I kind of think I might like it. Somewhere there. Yeah, I think that. And then that one's joined to that one. And maybe this one needs one as well. That goes to the ground down there. But I think we could do with one over here. Right. And then, so we've done all around this now. We've got to do around this station and also all those rails. And this is going to go on further. That's all I want, just to... We'll deal with that stuff later. So I think first up I want to get rid of... Yeah, we'll do it from here. Get rid of these ones. We're going to do that as well in a sec. So, what kind of corner is that? This train station I've made it so it's not possible to queue up for this train station. So you could maybe, no, there's no room. Alright, so what I think I've done here is... So these two lines are for the copper and iron ingot factories. And what I might do is... Okay, so there's enough room to queue up. Maybe, let's build a train and see. So the longest train that could come through here I want it to maybe ooh. Yeah, I could do that. Alright, let's it's going to get a bit messy for a bit. But I've got an idea. Right, so what have I got here? Yeah, alright, so that even to there. What's that? That's a block. Leaving and a path entering. So now that lets me have just touching the rock a bit. Right, so it's going to get to here, roughly. So that one there is also, that's right, train's not going to hit that, perfect. So what I'm thinking here is, that trains can come into here, and they can enter this way. They can also go that way. I think this one's probably going to become redundant. I think what I'll do is I'll have a split here. So actually that would make sense to start off with. Because if this is a queue, so what I'm doing here, if the train's going to come here, there's already a train there. I want this one to queue up. But then if it's queued up, I want then this one to come out on this track to exit. Now, if this one's queuing up, it's going to stop any traffic going this way. But if our, oh yeah, so if that's exit traffic, then this always needs to be entering traffic, doesn't it? Yeah. We're going to try it. I think it'll be okay. So in that case, I'm going to leave it like it is, but I want something like that, but that's probably what I want. But, ooh, look at that, just. So that's entering a path. This is a block heading out. It's a path coming in. I'll never have outbound traffic that way. So then that's path heading in and a block exiting. Yep. And then, what did I say? This was a... So there's never going to be a block heading that way. And this one here, this is going to be a path entering. And it's not going to be a block. It's not going to be a direction that way. It's going to be a direction this way. So if I test that, perfect. Come to a full stop. And then let's make sure this is long enough. I think it'll just fit. Probably best if it goes to here. Here or here? Here. It gives me the extra distance. The train off the tracks. Oh, because a train from behind hit it. Oops. My old train collided. So this will be it's a block heading out. No, I want it to be here, block heading out here. Alright, so this can come to here. So this is a path coming in and a block heading out. No, there's no block out. That's a block that way. It's a path that way. I don't have Why would I wouldn't have a block. Yeah, there'd be a path coming up to this. There'd be a block on the leaving it. Oh, no, that's right. I've got a block leaving it. Check this is right up here. I've got a block. There is no block coming this way. It's only a path going that way. This is my exit. So I've got a path coming in. So I should be able to have a path here. Get rid of that one. So I've got a path going that way. What's this? A path. I'm not having return traffic. So this is only a block going that way. This is a path only going that way. Just give me 1 sec. Let's get this. Amazing Hobbs. Tonight's episode of Smirkin's train set signals. Yep. It's totally easy. That's a path going into there. I feel like it wants there to be a path here. I'm going to delete them and start again, because sometimes a clear mind makes more sense. So this one I've got, what's this? A block that way and a path that way. Guess what? I'm not going to enter that way anymore. This is only coming in this way, and this one here is only entering that way. So then I would need a path up here to enter this intersection here. And I would need a path, I would need a block to exit that intersection. I would need a block to exit that intersection and a path to enter that one. I will need a path to enter that one and a block to exit that one. So I think my issue is here. I don't think it likes what's going on here. Everything within the intersection's contained though. That was it for that. I just needed to push that back to there, which I'm not happy with. And this one here, surely it's not. Oh, because there's nothing else up at the end of there, maybe? Yeah. Oh, so maybe it was okay. Because there's nothing down there to go to, I don't think. That really screws everything up. That one really wants to be there. I think that's okay. That's going to come out here. I think that's the maximum it can get to. I'm really pushing it there, I reckon. I think it's fine. I've got no way of testing it. That'll be alright. Let's load it up. Let's get all this done. I'm happy. I'll wait no until later. but it's okay for now. Alright, concrete foundation there. These train stations organised. So what's the best way? Remember to do this. Oops. Probably there. You can get that right. That's it. That'll be nice. I can deal with that. Conveyor belt there. I might leave that gap there. See if I can get... Okay, so to do this, I'll have to do it from here. That'll do it. Perfect. beautiful. And then around this side is pretty much, well, we've been in there. To there. Now this is where I want an angle. Probably from there. That's got more over. Yeah, so it's going to be too much from there. So it needs to be this is going to be one of those ones where it's like that'll be enough. We're not going to be picky. Yep. Perfect. Love it. Love it. All right. Progress. Wow, I'm in the build zone of the... I can go to there though. But you can get right into the elevator. That's interesting. On that side. Well, that makes you think. It's really weird. It has a really weird... Yeah. Yeah, right. Oh. So how weird is that gonna be? Yeah, it's got some really weird building dimensions to it. Sure, there's some exploits to be had there. Some of these are going to be a bit harder than I wanted. Upwards to get this effect. That's an interesting one. Can't do that one there. That one there I probably won't do, and that one's fine. Right, so that's good there. Ah. Jean, hello, welcome. I'm doing well. How about yourself? Going setting up some, tidying up some train stations. All good. Excellent. That's what I want to hear. Although it doesn't matter if you're not good either. As I say, it's okay to not be okay. Wow, 136 episodes, that's a pretty long tutorial. Yeah, well, I'm using all the content from every episode to update my website. So it's not like every minute of it is riveting tutorial-based content. But as I go through and make videos that are based on it, then I can use that to help me do it. But yeah, it's obviously riveting at the moment, watching me do this. Don't even need that one there because it's into the concrete anyway. Zaiton, hello, welcome. I'm doing well, thank you. What about yourself? That looks really cool, actually. It gives me an idea for later. But all the videos are on my YouTube as well. So you can actually, if you want to watch an episode, if you want to watch it from the start, it's all there. Yeah, the only way it could be more riveting would be if this game actually had a rivet gun. That's true. I'm good. I'm just trying to figure out if I need multiple drones to fuel every drone port or one drone to fuel all. So if you're trying to send fuel out to destinations to provide the fuel for the drones at those destinations, you'd have to have a dedicated drone port at every destination to receive the fuel and configure each drone from those destinations to go back to the specific drone port that's providing the fuel that any one of them can get. You have to do it from that direction, if that makes sense. I hope I explained that clearly. So a drone port can serve multiple stations, but it has to have drones coming in from other stations to collect it. You can't send out to multiple stations from one drone port. That makes better sense. I speak English sometimes. don't think he... Okay, so in order to fuel the drones, I need to have a drone at one spare port saying go fetch that fuel and bring it back, basically. Yeah. Well, if your base, if the location that you're going to be droning the goods to is the location where your drone fuel is, then you can just fuel every one of those drone ports from the base, that they can be fed straight into the back of the drone station. But if the goods you're sending, if you're making the fuel for your drone stations at a different location to where you're going to be delivering your goods to, then that's when you need to dedicate that drone port, if that makes sense. That's better. And now I'll just use, I think I just need that one there. And that one there. Right, does that way. Right, that there. It's the dark one. No, needs to be. And then a dark one. To the colour. One of those there. We're so close to all these other objects that it's hard to snap the blueprints to each other. Okay, I've sort of kind of worked it out. Excellent. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing initially. Once you get your head around it, it's pretty straightforward stuff. I mean, I could have easily confused you there. How much does it go in? Not enough. That's pretty cool. I wonder if I could do that. No. Oh. Yeah, wow, I can. Nice. Does give me some ideas. That one's a bit unnecessary, but there is a corner that would be missed. That's nice. Oh, we've got night time too to really get a look of how it looks good. You can tell what a train station is from a distance by looking at those dots and dashes. We still need more light down here. That'll come in the future. And kind of need basically need a drone delivering fuel to each drone port because one drone can't deliver to multiple places. Exactly. Basically saying either go fetch damn fuel or you bring the fuel to you. Yeah. Or bring me the damn fuel. Yeah. That's pretty much all it. I reckon. And one more across. kind of not what I was after, but anyway. That actually works better, because then you could have maybe one here. It also has to be long journeys, because the longer they travel, the more efficient they are. Yep, this is true. Be careful about the how high up or how low, not high up, but how low down they are, because they fly to an area and then they have to lower themselves down. So if you put them at the bottom of the void, it can take a while for that stage to happen. I believe that's how it used to happen. I don't know if they have fixed that part of it. I never used drones or trains because I had the factory they took batteries. I always know that's like logic, but it just made it so annoying. Yep, absolutely. There's one way to stop people using something, and that's to make it frustrating or annoying. Sure, it's going to be worth it. Sure, it's going to be worthwhile, but it took me nearly 200 hours and almost half the bauxite to have a drone-only world. Wow. That's a lot of work. I tip my hat to you. Alright. Yep, I like that. I want to give it some support. Now, where did I do that from? From the actual, that one there. Rightio. we're really making some headway here. Now before I forget it, goes there from memory. That was much better. Much better. Over here, because I forgot one thing. Okay, so now we need to deal with this. So I think what I'm going to do is I made I think it was under that's what I want. Right, so that one there. I'll leave that there for the minute. That's as far as we'll go, because we've got to work out what's going to go on over there later. And I need railway 9. Now it's time to set up a fun amount of drones. Awesome. Good luck. Break a leg. Break several. Get rid of all this. I think we can just get rid of all this now. And I'll grab this one again. We'll go up here with it first. I think I'll have to do that. Yep, do that. Bring it to about here, I reckon. Oh, that's pretty good. Might have to bring it back a bit, but alright, let's go with, I don't want that. That's what I want. That one there. I'm going to play with some corners. So I'm thinking, what have I got in the way of barriers? So I've kind of got that one. I'm wondering, I think I've been overlooking something. I could have been using these, I reckon, to help place. Yeah. You come up with a rather dumb idea, as if it works, it works. I think we're on the same page right now, because I may have just come up with something that's actually pretty obvious now that I look at it. And I can make this into a blueprint. I'm looking for these. Yeah, that's my answer. Do you know if they expanded the drone's inventory? I don't know. They don't have a good answer on that one. Yeah, I've just realised something. Now they're not... They don't snap to that. Alright, here's what I'm going to go and do. Let's come back. I think I've just solved my biggest issue I was trying to work out. And it'll make all my curves perfect. So if I load up, oh no, I don't need to load up. Let's just do this. So if I had this, doesn't matter where I'm going to put it. I think that's where it is down here on these. Not on those, yeah, on these ones here. That's it there, yep, alright. Alright, so let's just say that's there. This snaps to the underneath. That might be my way of getting it to snap underneath on a rail. So my, where are we? Our barriers by 2. With barriers by 2 pillar. Let's go give that a go. Try around here where I was. the height right now that's killing me. Okay, so I can fix that. That's not a problem. I should be able to fix that. Alright, so now it's at that height. It doesn't like that I built the blueprint inside itself and then deleted. That's pretty interesting. Now I can save it. That's strange. Where is it? It's not a buildable thing. Right. I think what I'll do is it hasn't registered these. I'll save that now, that should be. That's it. Let's go see if that works. It's not working, but what about if I do if I put one here and then it doesn't want to snap to the pillar at all. I don't want to snap to the blueprint because the blueprint's not what I want. I feel like this is so close to what it's very close. Like it's almost like you can line it up, sort of. Okay. Still on that idea. That's it. It's a shame you can't somersault fuel packages, yeah. And you know what? You know what I reckon? Almost guarantee you they tested it. Why would they leave this empty? If it's not part of your machine, then don't add it to the machine model. Alright, I've worked it out. So my blueprint is pointless. So I need to do, let's have a look. 6, 7 and 8. So if I did 6, would be a foundation. 7 would be the, we'll get rid of this one. Seven would be this one, and 8 would be that one. So now, all I need to do with any of this is line it up with the foundation. Yeah, we've got it. This is what I've been looking for a while. It's fidgety, but it gives you not overly fidgety, but just that the foundation, the pillar gives you the alignment, the foundation gives you the locking. Alright, it's time to redo my entire train network. No. Alright, so now what I really need to do is so it's short. It's that one. Straight half. I mean, it is sort of fair. You could example, I put 179 package rocket fuel. If it was 2.5 or 2 or whatever it is, it'd be over 400 package fuel a minute. Yeah. It'd just be 2 AP. 2 AP. That's what I need, that one there. You just basically abuse drones at that rate and still have leftover fuel for another save. Exactly. Yeah, I think you worked out why they didn't do it that way. Alright, this is looking good. But don't worry, you can summer sloop the rocket fuel blenders. Yep. Well, that's it. Well, that's what I do with my turbo fuel as well. I summer sloop those. No byproduct to deal with. Alright, I need to make a blueprint that's this. That's what I need to make. These coins. Technically yes, but you have to package them. Yes, that's right. That's right, you still got to package them. Alright, so I reckon we're turning there anyway. I'll do this last one and then we'll go and make that blueprint. Right, let's go and make that next blueprint. We are well on our way. I'll make a double and a single of it because I'm going to use it here shortly. Awesome. Pretty happy about where we're up to now. So all I've got to do is, so this blueprint's irrelevant, I deleted it. I want to load up this one. No. This one. And then that's what I want. I want one of those. I'll wait till autosave finishes and I'll delete one of them, so I've got two. Well, I'll delete one of them, so I've got one. That didn't make sense, but it made sense in my head. Making enough heat sinks for enough cooling systems for both thermal rockets and turbo motors is a bit annoying. Yeah, there's a bit of recipes there that require a lot of ingredients, isn't there? Alright, well, let's try first off. I'm going to put alright, so this here, I'm going to change this. Well, no. So I need to be doing what I need to do. I need this. No, we'll just stick with this for the minute. Logistics. No. Blueprints. There. Okay. So number 8. And so, well, I might put one there to start off with. Then maybe one here. I feel like I want that to be number 5. And then maybe I want that to be number 6. Actually, that should be 5, and that should be 6. It's interesting, this is going to be one of those things where this curve's different to that curve, so I think it's just one there. We might just do it to there for the moment. That'll probably be the last one for that section. And I think we'll get rid of this one because it doesn't align. That'll be like that. Now this one down here, this is the hard bit, is this foundation. It's still okay. It's actually going to be a useful technique. A little bit tedious at times, but I can get what I want out of it. This is definitely much nicer. A bit fiddlier, but sometimes perfection comes at a cost. Bill Draco, so what's this super secret for 100 million points? I think you know the answer to that one. It's a super secret. Awesome, that's great. Alright, we'll continue these. So some of these curves are alright. When they're a... well, that one's a different story, I won't go into that. But I could add more gaps to there, but anyway. Is there a... that one there? But I don't want that. I need... basically the 3, isn't it? So that'll go to there. That'll go to there. And that one I'll just get the... one, that'll do. Sorts that out. Now I just need some going that way. And fill this curve in here and we'll be done this whole section. That's awesome. Progress. So I'd say what we'll do is just trying to do this a bit more optimized. Yep, I'm going to change that mapping. Where's my... So instead of this one, I'm going to make it page down. Alright, so now when I do... I really want a page up too, but nice. I don't have enough buttons on my trackball. But I think we've definitely found our answer. That's just made that drastically faster. And then we'll do these ones. I might try and line them up with these ones so they'll be a tighter fit. But That takes no time at all now. Gasoline, I got ambushed by a musicians last night. Bloody cello player, violin and flute players. Reckon it was orchestrated. It's good to have you here, guys. That was awesome. That's totally how we're going to have. A lot of this stuff's going to get updated again in the future because just how that happened then. There. It looks so much nicer. Don't encourage him, amazing Hobbs. What if I use the this one instead? It's going to be even better. You're an enabler. That's right. I got sponged earlier today. He has these Halloween masks, and they're random. And he brought one up. One came up with a pirate mask, and I was like, what's the button for reloading the rebar gun? He's like, oh, it's R, isn't it? And he just had that. Didn't know what I was on about. And then I replied in chat, R. Then he got it. The blank moment before realization, that's right. But then he had a better answer to the joke. What's a pirate's favorite letter? Do you know what a pirate's favorite letter is? And I'm going to stuff it up too. But you'd think it'd be R, but it's the C to be sure. I thought it was funny. Yep. It was a good one. That is so much quicker to do now. If I don't get it spaced right, it looks a bit shit. So I might redo this one. Even so, to redo it doesn't take long. You know, it's forbidden for a crew to look in the toilet. Yeah, not allowed to see the captain's log. Oh, Gaz. Look what we've started. Yeah, that looks good. Probably just one here, maybe. Just to... right in the center of the curve, I reckon. What did the pirate say when he turned 80? Hey, matey. Wow, you got them all, Gaz. Quick Googling while Anno Aden is accruing a sim coin. Oh, there you go. Gaz doesn't waste time, folks. He's always productive. Not gonna do one there. How come some pirates take forever to learn the alphabet? Because they spend years at sea. Yeah, I could have guessed that would have been something about that one. No, no, no. That gets one in there. Some of these, they're hard to tell from a distance. You're like, yeah, I'll try it. Oh, I'm so happy with that. That is, we've had a big breakthrough with that. We will, yeah. I want to take a photo of it. I won't get rid of that signal. Yeah, I don't know if that's enough. We're going to redo some of this ceiling, all these supports. Not this round, but an upcoming round of fiddling around we will, I think. Hey, you can really get up. Some tight areas. Alright. That's going to be like that for a while. So what have I got left here? We've done all of that. That train station's completely done. That station's completely done. All the corners here are completely done. Those ones are done. Those supports are done. So that's all done. This is all done now. The other side of that's not done. We'll probably do that when we finish, when we activate that one. So what's this one? This is silica. Oh, I've just realised something. That's silica, that's quartz. Right, that's iron, and that way is limestone and copper. But what we need to do, then what we'll do next, not today, but we'll do this, heading over to, we'll do that one, all of that, and we'll do that down there. We're going to go and do some more of the towers now. After I have a quick toilet break, I think. What happens if I go all the way to the ground? There we go. Got an idea. So we're up to, I think that row of buildings there. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Alright. Let's get stuck into some more ladders and catwalks and stuff. So we're up to here. Let's change to the which hotbar was I using? Was I using a hotbar? I don't think I was. There was no hotbar for all of this because it was all I delete and re-add and use the ones that are nearby for sampling. And of course, because we've reloaded the game, the blueprints order has changed. And it's mainly, I put the feet. I put these feet here, these feet here. Then we've got stairs, stairs, and then the bump and the straight. Then the straight by two, then those and those. Don't know why they can't be saved. Doesn't seem like a hard thing. Horsey, hello. Good to see you. What's happening with you, Horsey? Don't tell me you've been horsing around. Let's have to redo this bit here. Guys, self-joke drumming should be against terms of service. Oh well. It's luckily you're not in control of terms of service. Now this is an interesting one. So I wonder what that would look like. That's one that would actually wouldn't work because maybe they will. There's no fence. There's no short opening fences. It's really annoying. There's a mod pack that does it. I've added that to my list of things to use in a modded playthrough. Oh, that looks like the new one, was it? No. Right, chuck this one here. Right, and then just these. Okay, so we're going to keep heading this way. Okay. Crap. Love it. So quick and simple. And that one. Do it while we're here. Beautiful. Now this is going to get tricky, these ones. Not this one, or maybe this one. This one here may be. So this one will have that one I'm just going to keep as the old style, except for this bit here. We're just going to update this bit because that other foot is going to go through the belts. Right, so that's just going to start like that. That just allows to come out of the doorway and not hit it. And the same, well, this one's similar but different, but it can be upgraded. And this one's okay. None of these ones can connect across, but these ones can't because they've got nothing to connect to. And this is the new ones. Yep. Perfect. And it connects to that one there. There's none on this side. So many trucks doing weird things. Right, so it's just the bump for the moment. And then we've got this. So all that's done. Redo this one. All right. They've all been done that way, so it's just this factory here, these facing factories. The truck doesn't hit that. May have to re-record a truck route. This one's a short one, actually. There's no need for the catwalk bump. That one's not going to have anything. Right. There's ladders on this side, maybe. There's at least one. There's one here. Oh, same again, no need for a bump. They're all done over that way. So really all I got left is to do all of those buildings there, and I think all the stairs, catwalks have been done everywhere. And that's pretty awesome. This one doesn't have any buildings over here. We might just put these. We'll be building here at some stage. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. Right, that's that end. No, I think I was off on that. I was. Just need to go up another floor. Awesome. Just powering through at the moment. This one, we need to tidy up some of this area here too. You know what? We can just put this one down here. And probably it'll be that one there. And then I'll get rid of these ones because I don't think there's going to be another building opposite us. Not the way I've done that. It's not really what I want, is it? I think a wall is really the only way to sort of fix that up. Where's our walls? We use some pieces I never ever use. There you go, hey? I've just used something that I don't normally use. Could do that with all these around here too. There we go. Lock it in. Now there's one here. This would be interesting. Oh yeah. Sweet. That's that done. Is there any on this side? There is. Did I do it? I've done that one. None between those two. Then I've got these buildings, these three buildings here. I think that's it. Does that line up? Not really. So if that's not going to line up, this one will. It's actually just a bump because it's a refinery building. No, no, actually, it's a straight only. There's no lower floor. I've got these four facing each other. These all seem to be running perfectly. Alright, and then this way. Yeah, I haven't run lights down here. We need to do that. We need to rectify that for sure. So it'll be maybe that one there. That one might reach all the way. At least to there, yeah. We can get rid of this nipple here. Perfect. Oh, that added a little bit more in. Easy. Yeah, that's good. Done all that there. So it's just this last. Building here. Well, I'm just going to put this up while we're here. Because this building will be growing. Oh, so that's that. Let's grab these. I'm going to use these. That one. Oh, no, it was a full. What about that? We'll be able to get rid of our stair feet out of our blueprints now, the old stair feet. Now, someone's doing monos for no apparent reason. Now he's just launching himself. That's it, just, yep. Just like that. Alright, we'll leave that for the moment. So trains is the really all that's remaining, getting that cleaned up. We'll probably get that finished in the next episode. Not particularly interested in starting it today. Did I ever clean the crash site? I did. From up there, yeah. Perfect. I'm sure we'll find a staircase or two we've overlooked. But we've got all of them sorted out by the looks of it. I do want to do this over here. So this... That's it. Yes. Gotta go fix this. This will make sense in a second, hopefully. So now, oh yeah, no, that's right. So now I get this one here. I'm going to go check these over here, make sure I'm doing it the same way. It is something I could blueprint, but I don't use it that often. There's one other area I do it. Sublimiter, hey, how you going? Good to see you. How did the rest of your stream finish up? Did you sort out your aluminum mortar issue? You good? A little warm, me? I'm just right, I think. Temperature's just about right. That aluminum thing is such a pain in the ass. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sinking that in water, in packaged water, over here. Sorry, I like to contribute, but I also like to not talk too much about stuff all the time, because it can just get overwhelming and annoying. The way I've done it here is I've got so I've got my scrap coming in, my solution and coal coming in, my water going out, and they're all going out this way, and they go across here to the next building, and they all go into packages that just package the water, and then the water gets sunk. That means, of course, you've got to have the production line for the canisters, which people say, oh, you've got to do all this stuff with plastic. There's a steel canister recipe, so you just need steel ingots, I believe. Steel canisters, yeah. They're just steel ingots straight into canisters. So it's pretty simple. For me, I've got 400 plastic turned into 400 canisters that are coming into here. So because that's what provides the fuel from some of my turbo fuel, the heavy oil residue. Except that you have the worst RNG with those disk drives. I've got another tip for that. Whenever you're in the MAM and you have your different tiers, like you unlock steel ingots, for instance, advanced steel. Every time you unlock something of that, not in the MAM, in the hub, every time you're in the hub and you unlock one of those, that will add more pools to the recipe pool for the disk drive scanning. So if you just scan as many hard drives as you can, it'll get to a point where it says no more recipes. You can't, nothing left to scan. Then you can unlock another milestone in the hub, and just those recipes unlocked are available in the scanning. It can be a little bit annoying to hold back unlocking lots of things early on. Hope you can find enough tries to do that. Well, that is the thing. That is the thing. Alright. So I'm just playing around with some of this stuff here. I don't know if I like it for here. So, oh yeah, that's nice. And then this one was up here. If they don't have it's a bit finicky if they don't, it looks a bit crap if they don't have, if they're not all full. I don't think I like it in this instance. I think I like it the way I had it. Even though, mind you, I'm still okay to start it here. And have it locked in here at the bottom. Why does it want... oh yeah, right, okay. Yeah, that's why. Did you have enough Satisfactory for one day? How long do you spend on Satisfactory when you step away from Minecraft? Each session is 8 hours. Yeah, that's a fair amount of time. That's a fair amount. You try not to play, we're not doing the thing. Yeah, I'm the same. I don't play Satisfactory outside of streaming. I might load it up to do some videos or something, but that'll be in a different save. Yeah, there's going to be a few of these things I've missed. I'll just fix them up as I see them. All right. And I think that's it for today. We'll go back downstairs and have a quick look at the train lines again in preparation for what's coming up next. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the trains have been turning out so far. Those catwalks look good. I like them, connecting the buildings. Corin, welcome. Thanks for the alert. That's a whole city? It certainly is. So every building is its own production line for the next thing. So there's a whole building just for iron ingots. Then there's a building just for iron rods and iron plates and so on and so on. And we've just been working on these train stations, getting these organised, and all these train lines with all the supports underneath them. So these train lines aren't in operation yet, but they will be soon. This is all just a lot of preparation work. We had to do, these are the two train lines we did down here for the aluminum. One's bauxite coming in, I think. Yep, and coal's over there. And then, yeah. Yeah, so I do... Every time I've got a production line for something, I start from scratch. So, yeah. So, I'll show you what I mean. So this is the aluminum factory here. No, it's not. This is the aluminum factory here. They're all the same. They need some decorations to make them nice. For instance, this is for radio control units. where I need 180 aluminum solution. So what that is if I go to my I've got this all spreadsheeted out. There's the only way I can do it. So this is for my radio control units in the future. I'm not making them yet, but I'm preparing for it. And so that's basically the radio control units need aluminum casings, which needs aluminum ingots, which needs aluminum scrap. So I make that whole production line separate to the one I need for batteries, separate to the one I need for turbo ammo, and so on and so on. And that's why I have every building. So it gets a bit, so I underclock things and make things the right sort of amounts that I need. And then, yeah. So yeah, every building, that was the aluminum solution building. And then that behind it's the aluminum scrap building. That's the aluminum ingot building. And they actually feed around the back of that building to get to that one, which is the casings and the sheet building. And that's a copper ingot building. Yeah. I just know what they're all the same color building. I just know where they are because obviously it's my safe. But that's how I do that. I get frustrated when if I make the most amount of iron ingots I can make out of one node is this many, then you have to divide it up, and then I get confused. So I just make what I need for just that production line and then start again. So I don't run a specific belt of that specific item. Like that could be a belt going for iron rods, and that could be a belt going for iron plates. The maths gets a little crazy. It does. I'm okay with it, but I have to spreadsheet it out. It's rare you'll see me do maths on stream. I do it all out of stream. That whole spreadsheet was completed before I started this playthrough. So all I do is I just go, all right, what's next? We need to do that. And I just step into the next thing. And then it removes the whole things getting a little overwhelming. And then the buildings just get taller as I go. And lots of trucks. I've got 29 trucks in this playthrough, delivering various resources around. There's another one coming through there. Yeah, works nicely. Battery storage there. But anyway, that's a lot of trucks. Yeah, tell me about it. Mostly they work pretty well. Ignore the colours, that's just a map bug. But they're all... Basically the rocky desert is where I'm trucking everything around. And then trains is to bring stuff in from further away. As I expand, so I went to get the oil out there and that train's in. Anyway, that's going to be it for me for today. I'm worn out. Who's that? We're making good progress. 8 coupons today. Bank of none. It's nice and organised. I recently restarted my Satisfactory save and spent 90% of the time running around, trying to remember where stuff is. It's like that, isn't it? You get to learn where stuff is as you go. It's your save, you know. But yeah, and there's a link here that I'm putting in chat that has like a guide I'm following for myself, like a list of rules and things that I have to adhere to, and that helps keep things organized. That's what I'm trying to do in this save, and automate everything. So that's a lot of work sometimes, but I'm enjoying it. It's good fun. That's what you should be. We made good progress today and we got the stairways outside the buildings and the catwalks that connect the buildings together all done. They've all been replaced in all the buildings and that's really good. It's coming along really nicely there. We've also been continuing with the train stations, lining all getting them all tidied up and on foundations, or not on foundations, but supported properly. And also the train lines, finally worked out how to add the track ties underneath the rails consistently, and we're using the pillars and the foundation. So it looks really cool now. So that'll speed up the remaining ones that we've got to do. Not many to do. We've just got 2 oil ones to do, and then we should be on to the next thing, which will be the turbo ammo in the infused iodine filter, or iodine infused filter, whichever way you say it. All got to come soon. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.